Aloha, exiles. My name is Mark, and I am the Casual Exile. Hey, today we are in Ogham Manor. This is the final area in Act 1, and it is a multi level manor dungeon that wraps up Act 1 as you hunt down Count Geonor. It is a great place to practice dungeon crawling, explore at your own pace, and pick up some nice rewards without feeling too rushed. So, quick overview, the layout spans 3 floors with stairs on opposite sides and connecting bridges. Just keep heading downward while checking rooms for secrets and lore. This area will advance the Mad Wolf of Ogham quest, leading to the big confrontation. You're going to run into common enemies like iron guards, blood creatures, and tendrils in the tighter hallways. So you're going to want to focus on steady movement and basic combat flow. Don't miss the optional Candlemass boss on the first floor. You're going to read the Psalm of Madness, and after you defeat him, you're going to get a permanent plus 20 maximum life boost. The main event is facing Count Geonor in the arena on the 3rd level, who's got some transform phases, and it is a solid checkpoint for new players finishing Act 1. So take your time, grab the life bonus, and enjoy the story payoff. We'll see you at Candlemass. All right, here we are. We are in Ogham Manor, and we're gonna start looking around. Lots of tight hallways here, so just be mindful of that. You're going to be bobbing and weaving a lot and avoiding a lot of this blood stuff on the ground. So just run right through it, or you can, wait for it to dissipate. Hey, look at that! I got to level up, so let me kill these monsters, and then let's see what we got. All right, let's take a look at that. Oh, more monsters. Just don't stop coming here. More mana. All right, there we go. I think I got them all. All right, we are going to continue to go up. And this is, you will see, I just received on the passive tree my first jewel socket. So, let's talk about jewels. And in order to do that, I'm going to go back into town. And, after I kill this guy, we're going to look at some jewels. So, jewels are essentially, they give you bonuses to areas of your skills. So they might give you plus damage, they might give you plus intelligence, they might give you plus this, plus that, and there are 4 different colors of jewels. Let me go to my jewels tab because I think I have 2, right? So we have rubies, we have emeralds, which are green, and then we have the blue ones, which are sapphires, and then we have diamonds, and diamonds are created by breaking down a ruby, an emerald, and a sapphire in, I believe it's in your salvage. No, it's not your salvage bench. It's somewhere else, and I can't quite remember right now. But as you can see, your jewel does different things. So this ruby jewel is primarily melee focused. Your green jewels, your emeralds, are primarily focused on your rangers and your spear folks, your huntresses, etc. And then your blue jewels, which unfortunately I don't have right now, are focused mostly on your casters. So we can just take a quick look in the marketplace and see if we can see any nice emeralds. So we want, I'm sorry, not emerald. We want a sapphire. And I am going to set this requirements level 17. Now that I'm 17, right? And I'm just going to hit the search button and see what comes up. And you can see the most of them. Let's see if there's anything for less than an exalt. Looks like the bottom price, on most of these are going to be 1 exalt. Oh, wait, let's sort. Let's see if there's anything less. No, so most of these are 1 exalt or 1 exalt even, right? So with this one, I'll get more chaos damage, chance to shock, and life on kill. Life on kill is pretty good for your jewel. It's very, very handy. You'll see that there's cold damage here, which naturally, if you see one elemental damage type, then you can infer that there's another elemental type. So let's do this. Let's go into our search, and we will search for lightning damage, percent increased lightning damage. See if we narrow that down. Yeah, so you can see I see lightning damages here, right? But I'm not paying 9 divines for anything. Yeah, there's nothing at any reasonable cost right here, unfortunately, with lightning damage on it. So for now, I'm going to wait until I get a nice emerald drop, because the 2 jewels that I have really don't do much for me. I don't have spears. I don't need accuracy, and I don't do attack damage. I do spell damage. And then for this one, I don't use totems. I don't have melee, and I don't knock back. So I'm going to wait until a nice, pretty blue gem drops. But until then, let's go back to Ogham Manor. Okay. I see a chest down to my right, so I'm going to go check that out after I get this gold. And we'll kill the monsters around it first. And we'll identify it. And it says, oh, contained items have an additional socket. That's always good, because then you can, even if they're no good, you can bring them back to your blacksmith and get some, whetstones and stuff for them. I don't know if you guys saw that, man, but I almost bit the big one there. Whew. That was close. There we go. Look at that. Nice stuff there. Grab it all. And let's keep exploring. Yeah, with these guys, the blood on the ground is really it's deceptive. Like you kind of miss it, and then you're like, oh crap! All of a sudden, your health starts going into the toilet. And all right, so we got another one of these things. Abrasion. Abrasion is it'll call down a big thing out of the sky that'll try to crush you. That thing right there, yeah.
Out of mana.
Make sure you get out of the way.
I think not.
All right, I'm out of space, so Man, that's a lot of stuff that I got here. So we're gonna portal back.
Yes, please. Take your... Oh, I like this one.
And the rest of the stuff
Can't
I
hear
am
that
going to take to the salvage bench. I need the spirit here. I want to keep my spirit, so. Back to the manor. Yeah, you're going to get pretty good at, easily identifying, what stuff you want to keep, based upon what drops. You'll start to learn the names of things, and once you do, going back into town becomes less of a chore. So this is one of the bridges that separates the area, that separates the floor. Remember how I said there were 3 floors in the 3 floors in the manor, and so what we're doing is we're bridging from one side of the floor to the other. And you can see that thing down there is the beast. And we will learn a little bit more about the beast in a little while when we get down there. Okay. So I'm going to pause here right quick, right? And we are going to talk about Candlemass. Candlemass is a boss. Once you see this checkpoint and you see a whole bunch of pews here, he's a fire-based boss. He's an optional boss in the chapel right here in the first floor of Ogham Manor, and he's surrounded or summoned by reading the Psalm of Madness at the altar. He's fire-themed. He's got a flaming sword, and after you kill him, he'll give you plus 20 maximum life. The strategy to this guy is to stay close and mobile around the boss. So circle or roll to his sides back to avoid most of his attacks. You want to be aggressive during recovery windows after his big moves. Prioritize fire resistance if you can, and use your life flask wisely. No rush. Learn his patterns. Die a couple times if needed, and come back stronger. So he's going to have a couple telegraphs, right? He's going to flame slash and do a spin attack, right? He's going to do a brief spin wind up with a glowing sword. And then he will do a fire breath. He's going to flash red and lean forward, and then he will breathe a cone of fire straight in front of him. And then his third will be a missile barrage. He'll crouch low. The candles will ignite intensely, and then he fires a huge spread of homing missiles. Basically, you wanna get it behind him or to his side, and then finally he does an overhead slam leap. He raises his sword up high, or he jumps, and big AOE smash on impact. Just roll away from the red indicator or his landing spot. All right, let's do this.
First ones, hear
What a
our
delightfully
laments.
sacrilegious
Sanity
creature.
recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hover above us, in the corners.
There you go. You saw his first attack.
What sickness
There's
has
the
come
second.
among us that so unsettles our minds?
There's his AOE or his leap. Right, here it goes again. Ooh, I missed that one. I didn't dive out time. Here comes his fire breath. Definitely got to roll away from that one. I did not do a good job there.
I need more mana.
Okay, just get away from him. going down pretty fast. I don't even think we're going to see his things, his homing missiles. Nope. And you see, gave me Candlemass's essence, and that will give me 20 to my maximum life. It gave me a nice ring. Gave me a whole bunch of good stuff here. We'll pack this all up and continue on. Should be getting close to the end of the floor. Yeah, there's the stairs right there. A couple more packs. And we should be good to go. All right, so that's floor 1. Let's continue on. Still looking for our Rune of Aldur, too. We haven't seen that yet. Same enemies. No change in the number of enemies. Basically, the same time. Going to keep on making my way around, trying to find my way to the 3rd floor. What that was? It spit something at me. Every once in a while, you get lucky with the storage benches. Find an Exalt or something really juicy in there. All right, we're moving along. We found the bridge.
Our triumph is at hand.
Notice how I stopped picking up white items. Ultimately, it is up to you. There are the stairs right there, but I'm not going to take them. I'm still looking for that Rune of Aldur, and there's a door. A little lore in here if you want it. Geonor's journal, and I'm still looking for the Rune of Aldur. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I am not picking up white items anymore. I won't pick them up until very later in the game, until we start to get some of the higher range items. And the reason for that is because they're just not valuable. It's not valuable enough to disenchant or add enchantments to and then disenchant. The chances of you getting 2 perfect, or really good rolls are slim to none. So I'm just not picking up whites.
No.
I'm out of space. Let's move some things around, and I can not get that warden bow. So, just gonna run back. But, let me drop these because they're smaller. Bag management. Bag management right there.
Yes, these are just some odds and ends of mine. Another for my collection. Thank you.
I think I'm going to keep the rarity of items found.
Goodbye.
Back to the manor.
Death and decay!
Lots more of those little blood guys on this level. I don't know why. Probably because of all these little stool-looking things. Whoa. But be aware of that. Still looking for... Still looking for the Rune of Aldur. It's got to be on the 3rd floor, right? Because it wasn't on the 2nd or the 1st. There it is. All right, let's see what we can get. Iron Rune. Always the Iron Rune, guys. Always grab those Iron Runes.
I need more mana.
All right, now that we found that, our only thing left to do is find the Count. And here's the entrance to the Count. So you can see there's a checkpoint here, the little lore right there with Geonor's throne. There is another in the other corner here. Let's go over to it. There's another room that has some gold and some lore. Is. Got some extra gold in there if you're interested in that. If not, you can skip it. Not a big deal. All right, so we are coming up on the Count. So you can see the beast there. You can see the Count and some lady right there, and we're about to go into the arena. But before we go into the arena, I do want to give you a basic overview of the Count. Yeah, he is the Act 1 final boss fought in this arena. It is a 2-phase encounter. It starts as a sword-wielding noble, and then he will transform into a large wolf abomination around 50% health. That's phase 2. You're going to focus on, one phase at a time. Use the big arena space, and honestly, treat deaths as practice. You're probably, bottom line, we want cold resistance for this, a strong life flask. So if you are able to go back and get this sapphire charm, if you have one, if Finn gave one to you as a reward, go back and get it. Definitely make sure that your life flask is ready. You're going to stay mobile during this fight. You're going to circle the edges when safe and attack during his recovery windows when he plants his sword. You'll see. In phase 2, you're going to dodge the heavier cold attacks, and you're going to refill your flasks during the mist phases. I'll show you the mist phases when we get there. You're going to learn the patterns and roll through the mistakes. Eventually, you'll get them. So he's got quite a few telegraphs, right? He's got a sword combo. He does a very wide swing and spins with his claymore. You're going to watch his arm momentum and his body turn. It does end with a lunge. He will leap and pounce. He will howl or voice a line like "I smell your blood," and jump in the air, and a big red circle will appear on the ground. You need to run or roll away from that circle. He has ice and frost attacks. He's got voice lines like freezing gale or chilling frost or solstice of pain. Ice beams will come above if he says solstice of pain. So you just need to kind of roll through them. Otherwise, just avoid the frost on the floor because it will definitely slow you up. When he transforms into the wolf, he's got a big visual transformation, and the arena turns into kind of foggy and misty. The safe zone is in the middle, and then you're going to roll through his attacks when you're in the middle. He's got some lines, and when he pauses his soliloquy, that's when you know to roll. You'll see as I go through it. He's got ground attacks, frost. You're going to avoid anything glowing or red marked spots. All right, so that's the basics to it. I think when we get into the fight, you'll see it as it progresses. So let's just give it a shot, and we'll see if you can laugh at me when I die. First, you gotta take care of these Craze guards.
Putrefy!
This interloper has the power we need. Kill her, and you shall have everything I promise.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself!
Not if I take yours first.
Easy prey!
There's a visual telegraph or an audio telegraph right there. Another one.
First dawn's thrust! Easy prey!
Out of mana.
Comes the circle. Circle. Get out of it.
Out of mana.
The 50%. So after he transforms back, you basically right here just avoid him, or try to avoid him until the Brianna.
Since you are too weak to do the job, I'll find someone who can. Goodbye.
You manipulative whore! How dare you abandon
Go.
me after all I've given you!
And here's phase 2.
Desolation. I will take
Avoid
out
that.
your heart.
Frost on the ground to avoid the frost spots.
Solstice of pain.
Solstice of pain. See the little light beams? Just roll through them. 4 of them.
Desolation.
Okay, here comes the mist, right? You're going to stay in the middle and listen.
Winter's chill. Sought the unworthy. Through an endless night. They wither and tarry. Forsaken frosts. As cold as death. Of Bale's misery. The pack won't forget.
Go. So just roll when you hear him pause.
Desolation. I will take out your heart.
I need more Mana.
and savor each bite. Chilling frost.
I need more mana.
25%, you get red and,
Path of mana.
yeah, so you definitely want to avoid those.
Chilling frost. I smell your blood. And I am
Go.
ravenous. Allow me to clear your mind, if only for a moment. The madness, it consumed my being. Oriana used it against me.
Where has she taken the beast?
I found messages from the desert.
From the Vastiri?
Yes. Find her. Kill her. But first, please, stop the madness.
As you wish.
Oh, look at that. We got a unique.
We must make haste.
Sweet.
Let us return to Clearfell to make our preparations.
All right, but I want my loot first. All right, let's go back to Clearfell. The Count is dead. Woohoo! All right. And we will grab our
You've
quest.
done well. The darkness, good luck to you. Be careful.
Count Geonor, we can finally.
Finally, the hooded one.
We must pursue Oriana. The seed of corruption has begun to grow. But there is still a chance that we can end this before it is too late. The fledgling beast is leaving corruption in its wake. So we have a trail to follow. When you are ready to part from this place, we can leave immediately.
All right, I'm just going to identify my items and sell the things that I don't need. Let's look at this unique here, guys. So we have a unique called Bitter Bloom. It is a feathered robe, so it's something that I can definitely use. And most of your uniques are going to have some very powerful, attributes associated with them. But some of them have what could be considered a negative, like it's really, really positive, 3 positives and then 1 negative associated with it. So you kind of got to weigh the positives with the negatives on having a unique item. For example, this one, I get a lot more increased energy shield and mana and an increased energy shield recharge rate, but my energy shield doesn't start until I use a mana flask. So it's almost like it's taking away the benefits associated with energy shield recharge because you have to actually, quaff a flask before you get it. So with that, we've done it. We have together cleared Act 1. We are ready to move on to the Vastiri Desert. I am so excited that we finally got through Act 1. It's been a while, so we've been taking it nice and slow. My schedule's been hectic. Your schedule's probably been hectic, but that's what taking it casual is all about, right? No rush to get to endgame, no rush to get to Act 2. I'm going to sell this stuff, and then I will see you in the desert for Act 2. Until then, stay casual, exiles.